return to your hometowns?
18 months of working from home.
Yeah. Wow. That's quite intense.
No changes there.
No changes there. Wow.
But slowly, it's nice to see that finally the country slowly starts to move
Open
again,
up.
and that we, I mean, in principle, our business is very much a very personal business. So it's very nice to go and see a client again, and meet up with over a cup of coffee and do your proposal to them. So yeah, that's a very, very good feeling after all these months. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Diana?
I'm still working from home until at the end of the year. Maybe next year we will start going back to the campus.
Okay. Wow. All right. So it is 8:30, and I believe we are already live on Facebook and Zoom. So good evening to everyone. Welcome to pitchIN Thursdays, where we introduce our latest additions to our platform. My name is Brenda, and I'm part of the marketing team here at pitchIN, and I will be your host tonight. So if this is your first time tuning into our session, pitchIN is Malaysia's leading equity crowdfunding platform and also a registered market operator with the Securities Commission of Malaysia. So at pitchIN, we have successfully helped startups collectively raise more than 100 million ringgit up to date, the most among all ECF platforms in Malaysia. Equity crowdfunding gives investors the opportunity to invest in fast-growing companies that have high potential for growth, where the public, such as retail investors, can invest alongside angel and sophisticated investors. So at pitchIN, we regularly run these webinars to allow businesses, much like those on tonight, to present their investment pitches to potential investors, such as you guys in the audience here. So this also offers an opportunity for anyone to ask questions directly to these founders in the hopes that it will help investors make a better investment decision. So before going to their presentations, for those tuning in on Zoom, you may type out the questions in the Q&A section in the bar below, or you can put them in the chat. For those of you tuning in via Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, you may leave your questions in the comment section and we will answer them accordingly. So, right, before we get started, a very warm welcome to our presenters tonight. We have Diana from Wanderhand, and we also have Frank from ProperLy. Hi, guys. Welcome to pitchIN Thursday.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
All right. So just to note, all issuers presenting tonight are now either pre-live and live on pitchIN, and they are open for investment. So without any further ado, let me introduce our first issuer of the night. So we have ProperLy going first. It is an end-to-end property, resident, and community management application for the property industry. ProperLy specializes in automated customer care and after-sales service process, leading to higher levels of resident satisfaction while incorporating branding and community building opportunities for its clients. To speak more about their campaign and what they do, we have Frank, the CEO and founder of ProperLy.
Thank you very much, Brenda, for the very, very kind introduction. Also, thanks to the whole pitchIN team, because I know you're not working alone. There's a whole team behind you supporting this event tonight. So, and then, of course, a very big thank you for everybody that's logging in or seeing this session later. Let me quickly share my screen with everybody. Okay, like Brenda just said, ProperLy is a resident property resident and community management system. In principle, anybody that owns a property in Malaysia might have been engaged with the digital management office, with the management office of the property developer. In principle, we are the digital management office of the property developer, and we service a command center specifically for the property development industry, where from there, the property developer can assist his whole team, the people that work for them, their suppliers, their contractors, and of course, also their residents. So we are an AI-driven customer care and after-sales service process where we help the client to deliver better customer care services. And as we all know, living in Asia, customer care services are often lagging. Sometimes some of the big companies, even public listed companies in Malaysia, get it seriously wrong. So we really hope to make a very, very an impact in the industry to change the customer care part and the after-sale services part around. Further, are we a serverless cloud-based application for both iOS and Android? So let me go to the next slide of the presentation. In principle, our world is changing, and all of us are, are experiencing that every single day. And we at ProperLy, we truly believe that all the buildings we work and live in will connect to all our mobile devices in many different ways. And this leaves a massive business opportunity. I mean, the PropTech industry is an absolute growing industry worldwide. There is a lack of technology in the property industry. There is currently a lack of adoption towards more technology in the property industry. Interesting enough, I was in a meeting with MDEC the other day, where one of the leading figures in MDEC very much stated, from all the industries in Malaysia, the property industry is the one that is adopting the least towards more technology. Personally, I just been elected as the PropTech Malaysia Association VP for Marketing and PR. So that's an interesting task I take on for the next 2 years, and that to help the PropTech industry forward. I definitely see it as a business. I see it as a task to make an impact within the region. But I also would work together with, at the moment, nearly 70 companies together to bring these PropTech opportunities to the market. And by the way, the numbers that you see here at this moment is derived from KPMG, Deloitte, Ernst & Young, and PwC. So this is, because there is such a huge opportunity, we brought a really nice team together. Personally, I'm a trained engineer in microelectronics. This is way, way back in the last century. I met Mr. Saiful Bari. He now became our CFO. In the meantime, we met Mr. Ken Liu. He actually works for RHB and does all our funding and acquisitions. And we felt that we all need to live in a greener world. Sustainability is one of the hot topics at the moment in the property industry. Often the property industry understands the sustainability of the industry and the long-term effects will affect the industry, but they don't really know how to get involved, where to buy the right materials, what to do with their residents, how can we help them. So within ProperLy, we started an advisory board led by Mr. Matthias Gelber. He's our environment and sustainability expert, and he's leading a small team of people that helping ProperLy to actually help our clients, so in this case, the property developers industry, but also property management companies and other companies relating to managing properties, to lead our clients towards a greener and more sustainable society. And we think it's a cause that we have chosen to be part of, implemented into our business practices. Further, here's a small overlook of our team. Currently, by the way, we have grown to 11 people. Then the services we provide to our clients, and like I said, property developers, resident associations, joint management bodies, and property maintenance companies are all part of our clientele. And we are delivering state-of-the-art software based on the latest technologies. In principle, we started ProperLy in January 2020, but we had a track record as a joint venture with a Dutch company that was hosting more than 250,000 properties within their system. So we learned for over a time frame of about 6 years until we ended the joint venture and started with ProperLy as a whole. And we based ProperLy also as a company based on a system that we have built from scratch. There was all sorts of systems that would have worked for us, but weren't localized to the Asian market. And we understood that certain tools are required for the Asian market. That's why we built our own state-of-the-art software. We work together with AWS, which is a fantastic platform and a cloud service provider, to ensure that we have our services up to par. Further, we deliver a mobile application to all the residents that we work with in both iOS and Android. And we also understand that some people are not fully connected to any form of technology yet. So we still offer customer care and call center services for our clients. Then we also help, in this in this route of going towards a more sustainable environment, we help our clients to go paperless along the way. Then the key benefits of working with ProperLy, in principle, the client doesn't have to do a software investment. We are fully managed service. So in principle, what we actually do is we buy out, and we could call it outsourcing or a buyout option. We buy their customer care services as a whole. So in principle, we pick up the phone for them. We have access to all their contractors and their residents and set up all the meetings that need to be set up, whether it's a repair meeting or a physical meeting for any of the clients. We handle all that. We automate that whole process. So there is a lot of challenges for property developers, and I'm sure that every property developer that might be seeing this presentation in itself, they might have their own problems, but in principle, the majority of the problems that come in the customer care department and the property and the after sales services department, in principle, comes often down to communication, untimely communication, improper communication. People say, let's meet tomorrow for a repair job, and either the house owner is not home or the contractor didn't have the time. So we try to solve these kind of problems for the property developer. Further, is there a lot of low quality defect management handled by property developers. We help them towards higher levels of quality delivered to the end customer, in this case, their residents that they sold their units to. Further, do we help in customer care, better customer care services? We do resident satisfaction analysis. We help our clients into better SOPs and delivering good and clear KPIs, which are sometimes gaps within the industry, sometimes are absolutely totally missing. So ProperLy helps to get the client much more on track in delivering better quality of customer care services. And the beauty of it all is that actually customer care services can be delivered for a very long time. If somebody bought a property from you as a property developer, you can deliver 10, 20, or 30 years of after sales. But often property developers think about the next project, whereas actually they're sitting on a interesting revenue streams. We want to help them with that as well. So in principle, we are one solution for all properties. So if a house owner has multiple properties with multiple property developers, they can use one application for all these properties to be managed. If you're a property developer with 50 units, 100 units, 5,000 units, you have one solution where you can handle all your properties. So what validates us actually in the market? Currently still around 0.3 to 0.5% of all house owners use the mobile application to assist their ownership of owning an actual property. We truly believe within property that in the next 5 years, 98% of all house owners will be using multiple mobile apps to obtain services for their properties. Now, do we have competitors in the market? Yes, we do. Some of them have been in the market for a long time, but we can also see that some of the technology that they are using is inferior. So as I said, ProperLy is built from scratch based on the Asian market, the requirements for the Asian market. And we've been building a framework, our own framework, specifically for the Asian market, handling opportunities that are here and now based on the latest technologies. So our mission is the following. We want to deliver best of class customer care services for all our clients, but also we don't stop at our clients. We also want to be the best of class customer care services for their clients, the people that bought their units, the people that bought their houses. We promote transparency. There is a lot of untransparency in the property industry, but we do promote through technology transparency in the market. We help our customers towards cost reductions. We help in community engagement. We optimize your communication, and we give real-time insights. Further, we do increase brand recognition, and we improve resident satisfaction. And to me, that is a buzzword that works for us. Improving resident satisfaction, making your customers happier than you ever expected them to be. That's our goal. Resident satisfaction in principle is a very complex process. Anybody that listening to this session at this moment, if you own a property, you might recognize yourself in the left-hand picture. the lady hanging over these files. And there is tons and tons of paperwork involved in actually planning properties, building properties, selling properties, marketing of properties. There's a lot of paperwork involved. All of that can be automated, and that's the services that we deliver. So in principle, a quick case study, a resident uses, bought a property from one of our clients, and there is a defect. In this case, a serious defect, something fell off the wall. So the resident doesn't have to pick up the phone and end up dialing a few times the same telephone number and doesn't get anybody. In principle, they get on a mobile application, they fill in the defect details, the system detects which unit she is in, who she is, and what she is. In principle, let's say this defect is in their living room, it's on a wall, the system actually helps her to detect the right answers. That's where we bring in a systematic format for residents to actually, in a simplified way, to fill out their defects. That defect now is sent directly to a customer care center for defect handling. The customer care center works around the clock 24/7 and takes up that defect and sends it directly to the correct contractor. That could be a plumber. That could be, in this case, maybe somebody that can do the masonry work based on this defect, and the contractor takes care of it. In the system now, the contractor says, I've done my job. Here are my pictures. Please, supervisor, have a look at it. So the supervisor doesn't have to go anymore back to the site to check if the work was done properly. He gets a couple of pictures. He could get a video. He gets an confirmation from the contractor. I've done my job, and these are the costs. Supervisor now says approved, and in the command center, all the approvals get into a reporting and statistics method. Just to show you how simple it actually is. We keep the system very simple on the front end, but very complex on the back end. So for the property developer, we have a ton of services. We have after-sales services, defect management, document management, customer care, payments, communication, reports, and much, much more. What we actually do is optimize for property developers, optimize their digital communication. We enhance workflows, we improve efficiency, and we reduce cost. Overall, we're actually bringing additional business opportunities, and our ultimate goal together with our clients, we raise your resident satisfaction. Okay, like I said, we believe in a greener world. So we're helping all our clients to have smaller carbon footprint. Again, we have an advisory board and a shareholder that is very, very much committed to this goal. So currently, if you're a public listed company in Malaysia, your UN SDGs, your United Nations Sustainability Development Goals are very important to you and your investors, your shareholders. So from that perspective, we definitely have something to share with you. Just to give you a little bit of information about the way ProperLy works. In principle, we have got residents and we have property developers. So the property developers develop and sell the properties to the residents. The residents connect to our system through a mobile application, and with that, they actually connect to the property developer. We call that the command center. All the data coming from the mobile application and the command center goes into what we call the data warehouse. Once we have a data warehouse where we accumulate all the data from all our clients and any actions that are happening within the system, we now also can add IoT. All the systems we can apply to properties, shop units, any type of air conditioning, a lot of information that can come from the Internet of Things. On top of that, we add additional artificial intelligence and deep learning systems. That is what makes us special. That is what makes us very different from some of our competitors. From there, we can do industry benchmarking, intuitive solutions, and improvement cycles. Now, the command center has a whole bunch of functionality. If you want to know more, come and find me, and I'll tell you more. In principle, for the resident app, we have 6 more modules at this moment: defect management, payments, services, facility bookings, where you can book the swimming pool, or you can book the tennis court, or anything else. We give you notifications, and further we now just launched a security and visitors and guardhouse app, all contactless. Then I just told you that we have experience since 2014. This is when the company got registered. Our first contract with our first client was in 2017. It was a very large contract, which we've been running up till today. And for projected in 2021, we're very much on track of our trajectory. However, at the bottom, you see 7 clients that was projected. It's actually been with 2 clients. So currently, our business model has changed. For the people that have seen our presentation before, we went about 6 months ago. We're very much a SaaS model, so a software as a service or a platform as a service. We have moved towards a managed services platform. That is our business model. And in principle, we deliver a buyout option for property developers. Property developers, in principle, develop properties. Customer care is not always on their horizon, I would say. And this is where we sometimes see that a good chunk of the industry is failing in that part because it's not their core business. Their core business is building units, selling units, or marketing units and selling units. Customer care comes next. We outsource, the property developers can outsource that specific part to us. Let us do that specialized job for you. So current investors, this is actually out of your investment deck that you will be finding in the equity.pitchin.my platform. We're very much, we set out a roadmap in 2020, and we're very much on track. We delivered our MVPs, both the desktop as also the mobile MVPs on time. We're still in the midst of getting our MSC status. We're this close. We are actually in the last stage. We, in principle, in Q1, we started a crowdfunding campaign that has been very successful up till now. However, COVID and the lockdown happened. So, we didn't get the connection that we wanted, but there's a few things I will mention about this, and we are onboarding at this moment new clients. The use of your funds, if you want to invest in ProperLy, 40% will go towards tech expansion, 20% will go towards our back office, and 40% we will spend towards marketing, not just in Malaysia, but also internationally. So the valuation has been done by Pitch Platform, Sunday Berhad, and it's been based on our previous results, 100% ownership of our intellectual property, our pending trademark. Actually, that should be coming in this month, and the value of our proprietary software and applications. Then there is a huge international market potential. Currently, we're talking to several countries around the globe, and we are very, very excited about what's going to happen next. Let me quickly go back here. Currently, and I'm going to share this with you, currently we have 2 clients accumulating nearly 1.5 million ringgit, are potential clients that are coming in. Both of them, we asked them to turn their investment in us into an actual investment in the company. Don't order our services, please do an investment. So at this moment, we're waiting for all of that to happen. Now, our campaign within pitchIN is going to end tomorrow. But tomorrow morning, we're going to extend it another 2 weeks to let these clients, give these clients the opportunity to actually come in to turn their order into an investment. So we look forward for that to happen. So currently, we offer our shares at 20 ringgit per share, and we offer a total of 40,000 shares. So we're looking for a total investment of 800,000 ringgit. So for anybody who would like to invest in ProperLy, we ask you to go to properlyfunding.com. That actually takes you to that website. Actually, that URL would actually take you to the equity.pitchin.my platform. That's where you find all your information. And we have until the 31st of October, we still have some bonus shares to share with you. I thank you very much. If there's any further questions, feel free to ask me or find me, either send me a WhatsApp message, give me a call, or send me an email. Thank you very much. Thanks, Brenda. Thanks for pitching again.
All right. Thank you so much, Frank.
Thank you,
that was a very informative presentation. I don't want to jinx you, so I'm not going to congratulate you on the investment just yet. But that is very exciting news. Thank you so much for sharing it with all of us, including your potential investors. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go straight to some of the questions that we have here. Just let me. All right.
Let me stop the share. Then
Yeah. Okay. So, do you have any local competitors within the ASEAN region, and what kind of sets you apart from them, if you have any?
Very interesting question. Yes, actually, it's quite interesting. Recently, I posted something in a Facebook group for property developers and also PropTech companies. And somebody says, Mister, are you actually sure getting in this business? Because there is about 60 companies in Malaysia alone that do what you do. I agree. There is some competitors. Often these competitors, when I look at them and I try to analyze them, because we don't always get the opportunity to see their actual system. But in the meantime, working together with, for instance, the Malaysian PropTech Association, I really do get the opportunity to get into the systems of some of our competitors. Often our competitors work very much from a resident point of view. We work from a property developer's point of view. Our client is a property developer. We solve problems for them, not just for the resident. So, I mean, there's different systems in the market and we tackle problems from a different point of view. And I think in our case, we are helping the property industry at large. Yeah.
All right. So the next question here is to do with your campaign. Some of them are wondering, how did you end up choosing equity crowdfunding to further the expansion of your company? Because like you said, sometimes there are private investors and things like that, but why ECF?
Okay, very good question, actually, Brenda. I love it. To be honest with you, I had no idea about ECF. I come from a very, very traditional background, and actually some of our current shareholders, Mr. Seifel and Mr. Engel, also very, very traditional businessmen, okay? But I invested through pitchIN in an ECF campaign, and that company raised, I saw them raise, within 10 days, they raised 1.5 million ringgit.
Wow.
This is about 2.5, 3 years ago now. And I was surprised. I just put some money in and pooh, they raised this amount of money. So I thought, wow, once we start going up on ourselves, because we knew that ProperLy would be happening, jumping away from the joint venture. By the way, the split of the joint venture was a very friendly split up. It was good for all parties involved.
Yeah, win-win.
A win-win for everybody. Yes, that can happen. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be in a hard way. But the good thing was, I saw the opportunity with ECF. In this case, we looked at also some of the competitors within the market, but we chose for pitchIN, and so far it's been very, very, very healthy. It's not that we needed the money, because we've been quite well funded. I mean, so far we funded everything. But it's also the exposure that we got through this opportunity. And we saw that from the beginning, that we knew that it's not just about the money and the investors that come with it, great, but it's also the exposure we've gotten over the last couple of months. So, and I have to admit, it's been fantastic. So far, it's been just amazing. The timing has not been amazing. I mean, the moment we opened the campaign, I think that's exactly 3 days later, the government announced we're going to lock down the whole country. And we all of us are happy now. I think you can see the happiness in the property development industry at the moment. Job sites are getting manned again, they're starting to build again, and things start to happen. So yeah, I think that all of us are experiencing this relief, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. Is that a subtle hint to tell everybody now's a good time to go into property?
Yes. No, to be honest with you, I'll be honest with you. At the moment, I'm involved in a program called APPS 2021. That's the Asia Pacific PropTech Summit 2021. It's happening at the end of November this year. And I suddenly get insights in what is happening in Japan, in Korea, in Hong Kong, in Australia. I'm just totally surprised. A country like Japan, where you have only a few very large cities, has 1,500 PropTech companies. And if you look at the range of PropTech companies that are there, it's not only about management, it's about planning, it's about digital twinning, it's about architectural, it's about VR, AR. I mean, PropTech at the moment is huge. It's hot. It's really, really hot. So I hope that investors in general, or ECF investors, see that opportunity with us. And I would love to get in contact with them to discuss more if they want to. Yeah. And otherwise, the button is there in pitchIN.
Yes.
It's so easy to invest. Yes, yeah.
All right, so we have the last question here.
Hmm.
So this this potential investor has said, you've been on pitchIN for some time.
Right.
What do you reckon has limited the interest so far?
Okay.
You just touched a little bit about it, but I guess.
Yeah, I can actually tell you that. To be honest with you, all of us, as the current shareholders and the people working within our team, we're very much a people's company. Okay. And I'll be honest with you, I'd rather sit with a potential investor or a potential client across a table over a coffee, a lunch, or a dinner and feel each other's energy, feel what we can do for each other, and get the deal done. And that's probably a very old-fashioned way of doing business, but a very effective way of doing business. Sorry, through Zoom, I can't get that message across. I can't feel their energy. I can't look them in the eye. So I think that's where probably, and it's not only that we saw that we didn't reach the expectations that we were having. I can see it in some of the other campaigns as well, not just on pitchIN, but I've looked at some of the other ECF campaigns going on in the country as well. I can see there has been a decline because of probably the not personal meetings that we can have. So actually done not too bad. I think we had some investors putting in 80,000 ringgit. We had 2 or 3 investors doing that kind of amount. We had a whole bunch of investors doing 2,000, 4,000 ringgit. So I'm actually, we've been happy, but we've been also been extending, and we also understood that, okay, we would like to reach this goal. And at this moment, with the last 4 weeks, we have been extending because of these 2 potential clients that are looking into turning their investment, their order into an investment. One of them is a public listed company. It's very clear that, their decisions are made over time and it can't just made overnight. Yeah, so for that, we leave a little bit more time. Yeah, and in the meantime, we give standard investors, ECF investors, retail investors, the opportunity to look at us. So thanks again to pitchIN for giving us all these opportunities. Thanks.
Wow. I mean, thank you, for being part of it and choosing us. All right. So thank you very much, Frank. And thank you everyone for your questions. To wrap it up, we want to remind everyone that ProperLy is currently live and they are aiming to raise 800,000. You can invest for as low as 2,709 ringgit per investment block.
Nope. It's 2,000 ringgit.
Oh, 2,000 ringgit, sorry. Apologies. You can invest for as low as 2,000 ringgit per investment block, and you can pledge your investments at www.equity.pitchin.my. So for those of you who did not get a chance to ask your questions today, you can always post them in the Q&A section over on their campaign page. Thank you so much, Frank.
Thank you, Randa. And
no problem.
Success to Wanderhand. Looking forward to their ECF campaign.
All right. So next up, we have Wanderhand. Wanderhand is a recent addition to the platform, and they are a beauty-centered company that incorporates unique and innovative hygiene products. So these products not only allow the public to practice personal hygiene, but it seeks to increase mindfulness over personal hygiene and the benefits that come with it. They aim to create a hygiene practice that is as important as your skincare and healthcare routine. So to talk more about their products and their investment offer, we have Diana, the CEO and co-founder of Wanderhand. Diana, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you very much, Brenda. I'm still presenting my screen, actually. Hold on. Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Brenda, and also pitchIN to give me these opportunities, to share about Wanderhand. This would be my very first time, so be nice to me. All right, welcome to pitchIN session. Okay, now we at Wanderhand, actually, we aim to redesign our daily hygiene, right? We want to inspire the public with our fun, convenient, cool, and also pleasing and beauty-centered hygiene routine, which not only allow the public to practice personal hygiene in style, but also influence the public to be mindful of their personal hygiene and also the benefits that come within it, like how Brenda mentioned earlier. And hence, the tagline is kill the virus, but not the vibes. Now, here are some of our vision and missions that we want to share. So we aim to actually bring you hand hygiene products that are sourced ethically with safe, non-toxic, and highly effective ingredients. That we kill 99.9% germs, and most importantly, we want to keep your hands happy. Now, our mission, we aim to actually redesign this hygiene commodity and create a movement as important as your skincare and makeup. So let me first introduce myself to you. All right, my name is Diana. I'm an entrepreneur and an educator. I'm leveraging on my own background that I have, which is from entrepreneurship, mathematics, digital marketing, and design thinking. Which then I realized that there was nothing interesting or innovative in the industry of hand sanitizer. So I knew that the industry was actually ready for a solutions that makes people live happier and healthier. Our brand is Wanderhand, right? Because actually your hands travels aimlessly or move in a leisurely way. All right. So we also use our hands like for everything, and we touch things all day, phones, money, handrail, pads, keyboard, and etc. You know, all of it full of germs and bacteria without we notice it. Right? Okay, here is our top 3 problems in our focal point. Problem number one, according to WHO, 80% of infectious diseases are actually transmitted by hands. And among these diseases that you can see on the screens are COVID-19, swine flu, SARS, influenza, conjunctivitis, diarrhea, cold, and also skin infections, right? And the current situations that we have, COVID-19 that almost been declared to be endemic, and the coronavirus is here to stay, and the virus will actually continue to circulate, and hence, you know, formulating best hand sanitizer experience will actually be very much needed. And most importantly, we want to also educate individuals that hygiene is important, especially hands care, you know. And how many of you here may also be feel phobia with the words of hand sanitizer, you know, or maybe what are the things that you can reflect upon with the current solutions that are available in the market? Okay, problem number 2 here. The problems are actually often, the formula are actually often sticky and makes our hands dry, you know, that may also trigger eczema, and not to mention the strong smells that also reminds us to the hospital, and all of the uncontrollable amount of usage. Right, okay, number 3, the container. Okay, the container itself is leaky and you may lost the cap, right? Tell me about it. So missing under the bag, or maybe because they are not easy to carry in your pocket, and because of that you may also accidentally spray them, and they are also not motivated by aesthetic principle and not visually pleasing, which is unattractive. Hence, I introduce you the hand sanitizer for savvy gadget generation. As a beauty-centered company, we strive to push the boundaries of personal hygiene by incorporating unique and innovative product that takes your personal hygiene experience to the next level. So we use the design principle known as the golden ratio, you know, a rectangular-like shape which brands like Apple use in their design of their product. It's sleek, it's trendy, and this is the future of hand sanitizer. So we improve the experience of using this hand sanitizer by the ingredients and the container itself. You know, from spill-proof, customizable cover, we have keyring hole, spray and go, of course, and we have more than 500 doses, which then could save you 20 times better than the normal hand sanitizing. It's longer lasting. Of course, we also added moisturizing agent, and also to make sure that your hand is hydrated, and we give you these 5 appetizing scent. Okay. We also created this on-the-go hand hygiene product that's actually quick, easy, and convenient. And with the 5 appetizing scents that will also give you the formula that keeps your hand protected, clean, and smells great, to make sure that your skins are happy. So you heard me, right? I said 5 appetizing scents. Why is that so? Because we have crafted our product to suit your daily needs and also your lifestyle with these 5 appetizing scents. And they are sweet orange like a candy, and blueberry like, and then peppermint milkshake, a vanilla ice cream, and also a cherry cheesecake, So, smells good and sweet and also feeling awesome. All right. You may also ask, how do we actually stand out? Now, we are the first that actually offer this customization ability like a smartphone. We offer cases, with attractive design to protect and also enhance the look of your sanitizer to your liking. We also offer more accessories, to take your Wanderhand experience to the next level, such as keychain, lanyard, pouch bag, and also many more. Now, the ideation actually started from 2019 with the restless reinventions that we came out, from one prototype to another prototypes that we actually started to also contacted with manufacturers from China, Malaysia, and Singapore. We also have these physical prototypes that I showed you just now, by using this 3D printing. And we also met our stakeholder along the way. Of course, we also try to protect with intellectual property. Now, here is also our roadmap that I want to show when we actually started from 2019 and where we also aim to be. And the hand sanitizer is supposed to be our hero product. Hence, we actually planned the kick-off. Last year, we kickstart our branding strategy and just try to also be visible in the market. We also plan to be or to come up with our few other hygiene product, maybe in future with beauty scented such as wet wipes, alcohol swab, and also many more. Okay. So this is actually our first product that we launched last year, our mini hand soap that is actually travel handy and also suitable for all skin type and ideally for frequent hand washing, as our carefully curated ingredients that helps to prevent from drying, right? And also the calming scent features that we put EO, essential oil for lavender, orange, and also yogurt for the blue one, which will also help give you some relaxed sense and also to create truly a revitalizing cleansing experience. Now, in the competitive landscape here, we actually found an opportunities in this domain that we saw there is a gap in between products that are actually driven by design and style, but in the same time, it's affordable, and this is how we also compare ourselves with other brands that currently available in the market. We targeted 10 million numbers of people in Malaysia to be our specific obtainable markets. And ideally, it should actually communicate the momentum in market adoptions. This is also our community target that we also call Wonderative. And they are aged from 25 to 30 and also 31 to 45. That meets their demographic behavior, interests, and needs as how we show in the slide. Tractions, you can also see here that this is from our current products that we started last year. We started collecting feedbacks with our brand direction, and also to be visible on our social media platform. And we want to, we also even receive requests to collaborate from other brands and also demand to buy in bulk. We aim to also target with at least 1.5 million in the first year with, this is our list of products that we offered, okay? And here is our 5-year financial plan. By 2026, we aim to actually generate 14 million revenue. with our valuation method, we use these two comparison and we choose actually the lowest, which is 4.4 million for Burkers compared to MVP. All right. Now, the good news is we also offer a lifetime discount to all investors, as we see that there's an opportunity to build upon our achievement and also evolve our portfolio to meet consumer growing expectation for the investment of 500K. With this fund, okay, we aim to also focus our expenses mainly in mold and tooling, and then marketing, and also salary wages. Right. Another good news that this is for early bird incentive that actually available until 11/11 with these 3 types of variants. All right. So join us, be part of us with minimum investment of 1,280. Okay, our next plan in future, actually we aim to also design this IoT dispenser that geared towards both businesses and also for at-home use. We aim to be a hand sanitizer or hand care brand that disrupting the industry with sleek design, high quality product for consumer and also businesses, or perhaps partnership with major brands in retail, fitness, food and beverage, hospitality, and also corporate office space. We also aim to have a sustainable guide shop for our as our HQ and also for our walk-in customers. Last but not least, Wanderhand is nothing without our diverse, empowered team, as how you can see in our screen here. And with that, that will be my last slides. Okay, and with that, thank you for your attention and also investment if you do so already. And together, let's make our society a happier and also happier community. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Diana. That was such a great presentation. I always love your energy. All right.
I hope it's there, yeah. It's reached your place, even though we are quite far.
Gone through the screen. I bet you Frank also feels it. All right. So let's start with a very simple question. Is it suitable for sensitive skin?
Sensitive skin. All right. Yeah. For the which one? Or is it suitable for the sensitive skin? All right. For the hand sanitizer, as we also declared and shared earlier, this is actually our hero product. When we wanted to come out with this Wanderhand, it's supposed to be the hand sanitizer. But hand soap we launched just for, at least be visible in the market and also our branding strategies. But however, the hand soap that we also prepared, that is also good for also suitable for sensitive skins. We also have few customers that use she actually have eczema because too frequent, and also they cannot use hand sanitizer because it would be like very itchy because it's cracking and whatnot. But when they use it, it also helps to soothe, at least soothing the skin.
All right.
And in terms of maybe our chemicals ingredient, hand sanitizer, we are developing it. We are still improving and added few moisturizing agents so that we want to make sure it's actually suitable for all skins.
Okay, cool. It sounds like you cover a lot of bases, right? That this is indeed a product that many of us can use. So, okay, so this is quite a deeper question. How do you see the market of hand sanitizer after this whole pandemic? What are some of the other products in your pipeline now except hand sanitizer and the hand soap, I guess?
Okay, I think I can see the question. How do you see the market of hand sanitizer after this whole pandemic is ended? And do you have any other product in your pipeline now except, all right. Now there's 2 questions there, right?
Yeah, okay. Take the first one.
Okay, so the first question, all right, this is, to be honest, actually abroad, they have lots of hand sanitizer options with this beauty driven. And they even started before pandemic, they even started like 2010, years back behind us. So it's already becoming like a healthy lifestyle. Like remember earlier when I mentioned our aim is we want this to be a normal practice as your skincare, you know, or even as your toothpaste. Actually, you are brushing your teeth like every day, right? So we want to actually incorporate that hygiene activities to make it, even after pandemic, you still need them, as they are still beauty, as you know, as your normal product as well. You should bring them anywhere. You should put them, hang them in your bags. You should also put it maybe on your lanyard, because as I said, it also smells good, because we tried a few. This is also actually our prototypes. We tried to have you know, the scents. If only we are here, you can smell that. It's good as a perfume smells actually. All right, so that for the first question. And second, yep, we were also thinking about, because we already touched a little bit on not little bit, we actually focusing on beauty ends, right? So we were also thinking about to have a greater or better direction into cosmetic as well. Like for example, you know, when we have makeup, right? Oh my God, should I tell? Because that's my future plan.
Okay. So you can disclose as much as
But
you
yeah,
would
yeah,
feel appropriate.
we have lah, you know, like for example, yeah, I just share lah, you know, at least my potential investors can also have, you know, a little bit
A
trust on
better
me.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So like for example, when we have makeup, so when we cleanse it, we just cleanse, but without after cleanse, you need to apply lots of things. So I found few products. Still thinking about, you know, whether we can try to come out with few prototype that actually, when we cleanse, it could also give you some moisturizing agent. So you don't need to apply toner and moisturizer. So it's just like one time. So that's our idea lah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So like, you know, I mean, so now in the current pipeline is hand soap, hand sanitizer.
The current,
And then yeah,
we already have the hand soap. So next, our hero product is actually hand sanitizer. And then maybe next, we will focus more on the accessories of the hand sanitizers itself.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so there's another question. I think this person is very curious about the story of Wanderhand. So how did Wanderhand come about? You know, the question is very simple. How did you come up with the name Wanderhand?
All right, nice. Okay, thank you very much. Jandal, Kenna, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. I do believe, okay, honestly, this is not my first company. I actually I have few other companies, but the most important part when we wanted to come up with brand, that is the most crucial, you know, thinking about Wanderhand brands, what the name itself. So for the previous company, actually I also took months to brainstorm the idea. So we have meaning, you know, so that, you know, from time to time I won't reflect or have a fickle minded to change my brand name, you know. So Wanderhand is actually a mix of the words of wonder and also hand. All right, so wonder because okay, it's actually hand, first hand lah, yeah, your hand. So I'm actually wanted to focus on hand itself, you know. Even as we talk about next product, I also have these next products lah to focus on, maybe henna or whatnot, you know. Okay, now it's hand as well. First it's hand, next the words wonder because our hands travel aimlessly, you know, and leisurely, like us without noticing it. That's why we say that, you know, you touch almost everything with your hands and you really don't realize that sometimes there's germs and also virus. So we take it like, you know, people say maybe this is blessing in disguise, this COVID, right? Because of this situation, we are more aware of our hygiene.
Yes,
right,
definitely. Yep. All right. So that's the story behind the name Wanderhand. So some people are also wondering where they can find your products, or maybe we should take a step back. What is your marketing plan like? You know, online, physical store, what is it like?
All right. Marketing strategies actually first, of course, e-commerce. We are focusing on the e-commerce. So for now, because my domain is also digital marketing, so all the ads that you can see on Google AdSense or Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and whatnot, everything actually I do by my own. So I leveraging on that lah. So now marketing, we focusing on digital platform to digitalize. We aim to have a physical store, but not as soon as these 2 years lah.
All right. Okay, so if you know this is for all your potential investors out there, where can they find your products to test it out or yeah?
All right. So you can go through straight away to our website www.wanderhand.com or straight away WhatsApp me. I think my last slide just now I have given my contacts, right? Just WhatsApp me directly as well. We will entertain you for potential investors as well. I mean, for others also, if you want to find out more about our products, you can just head over to wanderhand.com, or even if you go to pitchIN. pitchIN
The campaign page.
Right? There is a website link for our websites as well.
All right. Thank you so much, Diana. I hope you had a great session for your first time here on pitchIN Thursday. All right. So thank you, everybody, for your questions. Wanderhand is currently pre-live on pitchIN, and they are meaning that they have special incentives if you decide to invest now. And just as Diana mentioned just now, you get a lifetime discount, which I think is pretty great, right? So they are aiming to raise 500,000 and you can invest for as low as 1,280 ringgit per investment block. So you can find more details on our website at www.equity.pitchin.my, and you can post all your questions in the Q&A section over there, just in case you didn't get a chance to ask any today. Thank you so much, Diana. All right. So that is, we only have 2 issuers tonight, but before we end, of course, we would like to invite Diana to stay on and for Frank to join us, which he already has, and we will get a closing remark from the both of them. So let's hear firstly from Frank from ProperLy, just to wrap it up. What is something you would like to tell the crowd before we end?
First of all, I would like to thank everybody for the energy Diana just brought into the room. My goodness, I woke up this morning at 2:30 to start a conversation on the other side of the world, and I'm full awake. I'm energized. Very good. Thank you so much.
Well,
Thanks.
Frank, actually, it's same like me. I also woke up at quite 3 a.m. actually.
Good. I wish you all the luck in the campaign, because I understand you're not live yet, right? You
pre-live, yeah.
Pre-live, okay, good. Exciting times. Thank you very much, and wish you all the luck. First of all, then, for myself, as the famous last words, we always call them in pitchIN, right? As I hope that when you saw my presentation just now, I hope you can see that property is one of the largest industries in the world. It's the most money goes into properties, not just in Asia, but also in other parts of the world. But there's a big difference between different parts of the world and Asia. The projects that are built here by property developers are huge compared to some of the other parts of the world. So the real opportunities at the moment are here in Asia. And like I said, our products are customized towards the Asian market, and we can see this huge potential at this moment. Currently, we're looking into Indonesia. We're opening, and hopefully within the next 2 months, we're going to be opening up an office in Indonesia and Jakarta, and that will boost us as well. So thanks for seeing our opportunity. Feel free to contact me, and let's do it together and make some money.
Yes. Okay, so I know I'm backtracking just a little bit, but someone is asking about, sorry, this is a question for Diana. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Frank.
No worries.
Diana,
okay, yeah, thanks.
Very last question. Somebody is curious about the 2 other founders in your team. Maybe you just want to wrap that up in like 30 seconds. Who they are, what do they do for you?
All right. Founders is actually 2, is myself and also another one, which is Naha Faiz. Naha Faiz is actually partner for business and also partner for life. His background is marketing, and he's handling more on financial and also accounting. So all monies related is on him.
Okay, fantastic. So I would just like to remind everybody, like we said just now, if you have any questions, feel free to go to the campaign page. Now, Diana, your famous last words, as Frank would say.
All right, Frank, my God, just now when you first started, I was very, very nervous because you were so experienced, and you have very good tone as well. I look forward to see you again, Frank. All right,
Sure,
my last word about Wanderhand, maybe we start local, right? We start local in Malaysia. I shared that we look for stakeholder from China and Singapore as well, but apparently Malaysian manufacturing is actually still reliable. I met few factories already, but the one that I met is actually here, and we already signed a contract that we want to run this product with a specific material, plastic materials that we wanted, and we want to run in Malaysia. We start local. We want to run in Malaysia. We are not relying in China, but we also aim to conquer this Asia market and then Europe, but still producing in Malaysia. In a way, we wanted to help the economy, but not relying to, China manufacturing. But yep, we also wanted to help other Malaysian manufacturings that we have to empower each other, right?
Yeah.
So yep,
yeah.
That's from me.
Wow, very well said. Thank you so much, Diana. That was a great session. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you to both of our issuers who have joined us today. And thank you to all of you who have joined us in the audience and for your questions. All the information on each of these businesses are available on our platform. So please log in as an investor to our website. On their respective campaign page, you may find more information on their business deck, their financials, their legal agreements, and they are all under the Pitch Info tab. You can also pledge and reserve your investments over there. So until then, thank you for everybody who has been a part of this, and good night. Stay safe, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thank
Thanks
you.
again.
Good night. Stay
Bye-bye.
safe. Bye-bye.
Bye,